Perhaps we can do. I don't know if I can handle 24 hours for the years. So perhaps we can do like a long, just play a game through to the end.
I think I might join you on the podcast.
For
a little while.
Have you played anything, Hippie?
Yes, I have.
There you go then.
There we go, a sword.
We've got an extra guest, although the trouble is you're now not on camera. The dog is.
Well, we can play the dogs talking.
Can I be like Wendell and not be...
Oh yeah, you can be like old Wendell.
Watch when the dog's talking, it's fine.
He's just looking at himself. I am talking.
Yeah,
Oh, see, look, I'm here sort of.
I want to fucking point you, Nick.
You wouldn't do such a thing. I'd bring you biscuits.
No, I know. Let me nuke you.
You brought bonios with you. Jelly. That's amazing.
Well, I say I bring biscuits. I nick one of your biscuits and give it to him until I bought it.
Oh. Yeah, but you gave him a biscuit.
He doesn't know any different, do you?
Seriously, like the one thing I like about Charlie is it looks like he's got a bald head and he's got like the friar tuck sides from his ears.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You just it does look like we've got like just a dog's decapitated headset on the on the table in front of us.
Good times.
Right, can we do a silence track? Yeah. Thanks, Charlie. No problem. Let's try that again. Right, I'll have to do.
But I don't understand a silence track.
I'm spaniels. Spaniels don't do silence.
At least it's not barking.
I just do huggles.
Kisses and LKs. We're not allowed to say the actual word.
Occasionally farting and burping.
LKs?
No.
Oh, that word.
Because you can spell.
Yeah, so we just took the L and the K.
Yeah. W.
A. He needs another one, do
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
That's why I said I will be partly joining you in the podcast.
You're a mission, Charles.
Oh my god, this beer is strong.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I did not.
Oh, anyway, sorry. Hello, I'm TheSuffolkRam.
Well, Skazz.
And Inky.
Thank you. Yeah, she's here.
My armpit has a voice.
Hi.
Well, this podcast. This is probably going to pick up very well. But yeah, Skazz, would you like to explain what beer we're currently drinking?
Bathroom brew number 1.
Yeah. Called bathroom brew because we didn't have anywhere to put the bucket that we brewed it in. It's our take on an Indian Pale Ale. Don't ask me all the random shit we put in it. But it's come out alright.
It's strong.
Oh yeah.
The colour, look at that.
That's lovely colour beer. It's
it?
yeah.
It looks like piss.
It looks like, you know, probably if it's piss, it looks like you've already drunk quite a bit already to start.
Yeah.
I know.
It's quite dark. If your piss is that dark, I'll be worried.
Yeah, it's like you'd better get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh
if
shit! I got the chat up. I got the
Jesus
chat all. I got the
Christ.
chat all set up. I actually put the chat up because I'm shit.
Good job.
Oh, let's try that again. We're on watch page.
Ding, ding, ding.
Do you know if I've docked it this time properly as well?
Yeah, we should probably try the restream.io.
Charles, I've used that and it a couple of times it's just not
There's
replaying
an
the
app.
show. Yes, it looks like you've already drunk quite a bit already. Moot. There we go. And it's just not like. Oh,
the sediment.
It's not good, is it?
Oh, hello Annie. Evening. See, it's good when we put the chat up.
Hi.
Yes, it's a good job we did that.
Who's Annie?
One of Luke's random friends.
Oh, is that Annie from yours?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Hi, Annie.
I was going to say most of our audience is from mine.
Yeah, basically.
When I
Skazz-
say from mine, they're
They
people who come here to see if I get angry.
oh, you want to go on your rants? Oh my god.
Inevitably, you always do.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're going to bounce off each other being angry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be terrifying.
Being angry is good.
You're going to see the mono unit of us as a couple. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, you're going to have to speak up a little bit, unfortunately, because you're quite
Okay,
close.
right.
Speak louder! Oh wait, you want Inky to speak louder? I'm
Yeah.
drunk!
Are you actually?
No, I wish I was.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Take that and put it not near the audio.
Hold that then.
Well, we're so prepared for this.
I was so prepared.
We were
We
actually.
turned up early.
We were set up with 11 minutes to go.
We broke the
There you go,
internet.
there you go. Can
Inky's
you hear me
not
now?
here, but yeah, can we hear Inky?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Just on-
you can't see me, but
Just
I'm
look towards the Zoom.
towards the Zoom.
Because
Okay.
that's the important one.
Okay.
That's the one that gets edited. So
Just a random know, does that capsule come from the top or from the side on that microphone?
Yeah.
I'm assuming from the side.
Interesting. Why is it pointed down the table?
Because I'm useless.
I was curious about that the last time we used it. I was like, surely the capsule isn't facing the top.
Yeah, it seems to work, so.
So is this how you guys start your podcast most of the time?
What, talking
Have
shit?
you never listened to one of our podcasts?
I started listening to them like back in the early days.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that's
I was
when
just
I
like,
worked on them.
These are fucking shit. I'm not listening to these anymore.
no, it's not that. It's just the more you did, the less time I had to listen. Does that
Oh, yeah,
make
because
sense?
they went on longer.
Yeah,
and
and
longer,
longer and longer, and I was just like, shit,
Look,
I'm like losing time.
You do 1 3.5-hour podcast, and people think you're overrun. You podcast on
Yeah,
the
but
Lord of
then-
the Rings films,
Yeah, but then,
and people think. You know,
but then the
There's more
Joe
content
Rogan
in our
experience is very much like a
3.5
long.
hours.
Yeah, and but the thing is,
I don't know if
it's
Nick's ever watched
interesting.
the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, you totally should. He had
Elon Musk. On
yeah,
there,
that
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
neuroscience guy that was fighting the court case. Well, no, that's a different guy, isn't it?
You're thinking of Brett Weinstein.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I know you guys go on a bit of a ramble. Perhaps I should pull my finger out and listen. But I know how much he rants in real life.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean?
What episode did you get up to, so curiosity?
One.
I think it was the one.
Was it
the
before that?
Second year. Second year.
Oh, that must be sort of subbing the low 30s then.
No, it was
Probably low
52.
Oh, no, 52. That's
Yeah,
quite.
that's quite good,
That's,
isn't
that,
it?
that would have been only a couple of years. Only a couple of years. We've been doing this for 5 years.
Have you?
Yeah,
5 years.
Only 5 years.
yeah, 5 years.
You didn't get a cake.
No, I didn't get a cake.
Well, to be fair,
I still
I
have
will-
the red ribbon from the 3 years of poo.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, I think because it's your 5 years, that's you know, I think
stuck us
I
5
think I
years.
might bake as a big old brownie.
Good.
It took us 5 years to go to North Korea.
Well, even though technically I'm not part of this podcast, I just live in the house that you occupy.
Yeah, you're more like the landlord to the situation. Really. You should allow us to use the room.
Make good content. This is shit. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah, 52. Yeah, because I must have been doing one of our Christmas episodes then.
Yeah, it was because you guys had the jingle bells that I
Yeah.
gave you. And he wasn't happy about
No,
it, but
he
you
isn't
were
happy.
well
I
chuffed.
dressed. You should see in the video. I dressed up with tinsel and everything.
Yes, I had tinsel. No, because 2 years we've had tinsel.
We did, but the last time we did it, Bard turned up. I didn't want his turning up, so I only bought 2 bits of tinsel. I said, Bard, sit there with nothing.
Well, remember one of the years I gave you all Christmas hats, and none of you wore them. I was so.
I tried. It didn't fit me.
Well, you should have just ironically wore it.
It hurt my head. I put it on. It was so tight.
Life hurts my
I
head.
I could feel my brain just compressing, and I was about to have a stroke.
What? Oh my god,
His
that is
brain
such
was
a bad thing to
compressing.
say.
He started to get dumber and dumber. He was almost at my level.
Well, at least you got 2 intelligent people sat in the room.
I love the fact that I make a joke about strokes. Apparently, that's the worst thing possible to say. If that's the case, you shouldn't listen to the rest of the other 52.
Oh, there have been some pretty hardcore things that have had to
That's
disappear.
terrible.
There are some things that, right, he's had to make some stuff get disappeared.
Yeah.
I've had to make, like, entire chunks of episodes just get disappeared. Do you know how hard it is to make Bard get disappeared in some cases?
It wasn't. To be fair, I've only had to edit Bard out.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, it was like this is
He
just
comes
too
up.
far.
He comes up with some hardcore stuff. That's
He
that
still
bloke.
does. We were talking about, what were we talking about the other
It's
night?
gonna get edited out.
It was,
Oh, please don't edit me out.
well, there was a composer.
That's what the noise reduction's for. It's gonna noise reduce you
So,
out.
so I'm not being funny. Have I made it? If I have to be edited out of your podcast for
By
being
that logic, that me and Skazz haven't made it yet.
Yeah, not good enough.
like the offencer meter
We're not-
comes up.
We're not quite ready for 4chan, are we?
No.
I think.
love 4chan.
I think the thing is though, there's 4chan, and I also think there's being an adult.
There's
Do you know what I mean?
Hang you on a minute. There's adults on 4chan.
Yeah, but like being.
When you say out,
Reddit.
You mean
Reddit
18
is
years old?
worse. Reddit fucking sucks. 4chan's where it's at.
Yeah, well,
I'm so old. So
How dare you? How dare you say such
But-
things about 4chan?
but no, there's been like an adult.
4chan has
though.
loads of cool shit in it.
But you know what I'm saying by being an adult, like on the internet, like you can go to 4chan and read stuff, but you don't have to contribute in any way.
Goatsies. 4chan.
Well, that's a real valuable what do you call it, donation to the cultural heritage of our entire culture. Thanks. When people look back and they look at the internet, they go, well, all the things they did, the goatsy was the most significant thing. Brilliant.
What?
No.
Right.
Don't ask. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. It's not. No.
What is it? What?
No.
What is it?
A goatsy.
Oh God! What's a goatsy?
It's a picture. It's nothing to do with goats.
Oh, I was hoping it's someone that likes
it's really
to,
disappointing, actually. Something to do with goats. When I first had
Oh
it,
yeah, you wanted clouds and fucking.
You wanted sheep, didn't you?
Yeah,
Let's be
sheepies.
honest.
No, it's literally a picture of a man, anus being held open.
Is that a goatsy?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so out of touch with the kids.
It's ancient.
That was going around when I was a kid.
So I'm totally out of touch with everybody.
Yeah. You're like so old man.
Oh my God! Don't call
Holy
me.
shit, there was a limbrous moment there.
1 second. How old are you?
What are you?
That's a secret.
No.
54.
Are you?
I am.
Are you the same age as him?
How old's he?
I don't know. How old am I? What year is this? What year is this?
6.
Yeah, I'm 6.
Oh my God! Really?
I've got the mental capacity of a 6-year-old, I'd say.
Are you going to measure me in sheep years, pig years, dog years?
No, just Nick years.
Nick years, although I'm only 1. I'm not even that yet. Nick years.
So
50
I'm the
years.
youngest one here.
Yeah.
With the exception of Charlie, because he's
No.
technically 21.
Yeah,
Oh, how could they take the piss out of you, my spaniel?
So that means
He's the wisest.
he can have a drink.
Yes, he could
There
have
you
a
go,
drink when he was
Charlie.
18. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shut up, I haven't got. I can't say it because I'll get upset because he kept.
Yeah, mate. Try this.
Get off my. No.
I don't think it's good.
Right, that's
Oh, I
it.
don't like it. You don't
I
like
swear I am going to punch you so hard.
I thought it was Barney going to have to edit out
I
this
like
sort
my
of situation.
beer like I like my violence. Domestic.
Domestic.
Fuck out.
I get in trouble for the stroke joke. You can apply and go do domestic violence. That's okay.
She sat here.
So you say if my grandfather sat here on a stroke, that'd be absolutely fine. I can make that joke.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. That's brilliant. High five. I knew you'd get there eventually. At least it doesn't happen.
Some of the stuff we've ranted about, people are like, holy crap. How could you two even be a thing? How is she not dead? How are you not dead? And I was like,
Yeah. I'll say the only person in danger in your relationship is you.
Oh, thanks. That puts a lot of happiness towards me.
no, you're fine.
I know you're happy, but you know when he winds you up, sometimes he needs to be taught a lesson and educated.
That
You
could
know
go
what?
one of two ways with me here right now.
Right.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just because we're early doesn't mean we can pad the episode out by 6 hours.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Plus we've
If
got
it does,
beer.
then I want extra
Look,
beer.
if I deleted all the padding,
Okay.
if I did all the padding from
There
our
wouldn't be a
podcast,
podcast.
no, it'd be about 20 minutes long.
Oh,
Which
right.
as a fact would be an improvement.
Have you been playing a game? Yes. Was it any good? Maybe. Righto. Have you
What
been playing any
game? Have you
games?
played a game?
No.
Yes. What game was it? Neo Tom. Was it any good? Sucks.
Yeah,
There you
fucking
go.
shit, mate.
Tom, you're wrong.
That is about right.
I love
Oh man, Scene Cat came into my Discord group this morning. He said, "Yeah, mate, if Brexit comes through, if Brexit actually does hit, this is going to be the theme music for it." And he fucking put Emil's Shop from Nier Automata up, didn't he? I was like, "You motherfucker, motherfucker!"
There was another podcast I was listening to, and they got asked a question. I was saying, which game character would you use to negotiate Brexit?
Cloud.
No, someone said, Adam, I didn't ask this, Jensen.
Or the robot from what's her name? I can never remember her name. I painted her.
Oh, GLaDOS.
GLaDOS. Put her in charge.
She'd get shit done.
Should get shit done. wouldn't
She'd
she?
done.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
would.
they'd-
We'd get dead very quickly, but
But she's on our side. She might be alright. With the rest of all the European people would be dead. But she would get shit done.
Deadly
Who would you put in
neurotoxin.
charge? Peabody or the slim guy?
Well, they're very similar. It depends who's playing them, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. But you don't let May play him because she couldn't work that out. 'cause
Peabody
she-
or Atlas.
Yeah. Right, say right,
I
you're
really want to
Atlas
get
and that's
that.
Peabody.
Atlas. I think it's Atlas because Do you treat me as Atlas because Atlas is fat and stodgy?
No.
Do they still make the Atlas and Peabody?
I don't know. I'd like an Atlas.
Okay, fine. He
really
could be
wanted
Atlas
those,
because
so-
he's got a fat ego, and you could be Peabody.
Oh, I don't like Peabody. I prefer being Atlas.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Fuck! Oh God, you're worse than my children.
Look, I didn't say I disagreed with the assignment of name.
I just assumed. Okay.
Yeah,
Bastard.
assumption makes an ass out of you and me. So, yeah, Atlas. I think Atlas is more trustworthy. I think Peabody looks a bit Theresa May. So,
No, David Cameron.
That's a bit.
No, David
Poor
Cameron.
bugger.
David Cameron, because he's more attractive.
Now,
Come
look,
on.
I feel really bad for Peabody now. I want you to apologise. How dare you compare that poor little robot to that horrible lich?
I said looks like her. That's not really a comparison.
No! Jesus Christ, I've stepped in things better looking than Theresa May.
Yeah, her name was Margaret Thatcher. Hello.
Did more damage than the Luftwaffe. Shall we begin?
Yes!
Yeah. Right, games we've been playing. So,
who's gonna,
the guests can go first.
Oh, okay. I've been playing a weapon shop game, it's like based on potatoes.
is this the one on the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah. This is on Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's on any other.
Do you actually remember what it's called?
I can go get my Switch and have
Go
a
get
look.
the Switch!
Oh no, Charlie! Charlie, what are you doing?
Okay, I think I'm just shitting myself.
Charlie,
Charlie's like, what, mate?
you're sacked from the podcast.
It's on, yeah, but on the pod though. Jesus
Right.
Christ!
For the audio listeners, Charlie literally climbs the sofa underneath the table where all our stuff is precariously balanced on,
Is that what?
and then proceeds to lift the table up to get out of it.
Yeah, it's called Ow.
Up
It's
your
called
side.
Ow.
No, it's not
It's a
called
funny
Ow.
name.
It's called Holy Potatoes,
We're in space.
a weapon shop. Alright, and it's got loads of like references to other games.
GLaDOS was in it.
GLaDOS was in it. Oh, I'm so pissed on this alcohol, it's unreal.
Good.
Good alcohol! Anyway, and
I did something, right?
You did.
so basically,
Of all the things you can do, you can make a strong beer, and it's slightly terrifying.
I can't wait for
I
yours.
don't know if it works as paint stripper or not, but we can try it later.
Wow.
Well, I can still breathe and use my esophagus, so I think it's all right.
It goes down smooth though.
It does. It has. When you first drink it, it's like, oh, that's a bit.
That's a
bitter.
bit strong.
But after fact, you get after a while, this all numbs the taste buds.
I do.
And you get
You mean
used
Yeah.
after
to
it disintegrates
Well,
2/3 of the shine?
It's like rum, isn't it? You first time you drink or rum away from
Oh,
spirit.
yeah,
the
not
first,
rum, no.
The first sip you have is like, my throat, I'm dying. And then after that, it's all quite pleasant.
Yeah, definitely. I like the way we digressed
Right, can
from
we
my
get
game
back to your
the
fucking
beer.
potato game? My
Yeah.
God, I'm going to start getting
So
angry.
basically, you control a shop and you make weapons, people order weapons and so on and so forth, and you earn starch. There's a lot of references to other games.
Is this like item shop stuff?
Yeah, it's a bit like Rosetta Item Shop, and you know how much I love that game.
Item shop.
Nomina Item Shop. But it's not just the only thing I've played. I've also played the Final Fantasy
the Pocket
HD
Edition.
Pocket Edition. It's exactly the same as the Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation and out of other consoles.
It's a demake, meaning that instead of making the graphics better, they've simplified it.
Yeah,
Is it true
Twitchy,
that you can't control the combat? It's auto combat.
Yes, it's auto combat, which I actually prefer.
Okay.
Because I like the old school fighting style of Final Fantasy.
So you just like select a target.
Yeah. It makes more sense to me because that's how I like Final Fantasy to be, and the remake is very reminiscent of the old school style.
Right. It's top-down PlayStation style graphics.
Yeah, and I enjoy that. I really do. It's.
How's the music?
Oh, do you know what? The music is amazing. You cannot.
Have they changed the music for the
No,
HD version
no.
versus the...
They've got a couple of extra tracks, but do you know what? It's beautifully written, and it's beautiful music. And you can, when you're in the car driving, you can select what is playing on the playlist, and you can buy more tracks.
Can I throw out there, the chap who wrote a large chunk of Final Fantasy's music over the years, Nobuo Uematsu, he's unwell right now.
Is he?
They haven't said what level of unwell, but apparently he's unwell enough to the point that he can't work at the moment.
Oh, that's not good because
He's written some.
he's wrote.
He must. How old is he? Quite old.
He's quite an old boy.
And
an old boy.
what else? And obviously, I've been playing Stardew Valley. A lot.
You've never stopped playing Stardew Valley.
I do love a good Stardew Valley mashup.
Do you know? I could never get into it. I played about 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I just saw like I've had enough of this. Just put down and walked away.
And that's absolutely fine.
Got multiplayer now, Nick.
Yeah, it has. But the thing is, with Stardew Valley, you either like it or you don't. But
yeah,
it's a Marmite, isn't it?
Very Marmite game. But the thing is, I loved Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And that's a very Marmite game yet again.
Yeah.
But I also do like Minecraft and stuff like that because it's a very creative game.
Yeah. I actually think Minecraft's a better Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah,
than
definitely.
Stardew Valley is.
Yeah, definitely is, and so is Terraria.
Yeah.
But I enjoy Stardew Valley because it's very casual.
Yes.
And
she's put in hundreds of hours into that game.
I've put in
terrifying.
at least about 380 hours into that game.
What?
380 hours?
She's locked down her Steam profile, so you can't actually see how long she's played it because she's played it a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah, I've locked it down.
Let's put it this way: she's put in more time into Stardew Valley than I've put into my entire Steam catalogue.
Yeah, and then before that, I was playing that. It's not Sim City. I can never remember what it's actually called.
City Skylines.
Yeah, I've put
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. But I want to get it on the Switch because I do enjoy that game. Yeah, I do. I get involved with it. And Reigns, you know the little phone game I recommended. That's on the Switch now as well.
Yeah.
And they've changed it to Kings and Queens, so you don't. So there's that multi-gender thing going on in there now.
That's right.
And they've
I want to be a queen.
Yeah.
Why not?
And also they've added 4 new chapters to it, so the choices are different now because they've updated it as well on the phone version and all the rest of it. It's evolved a little bit, and then Othello is coming. Armello.
It's out.
Yeah, it's coming to the Switch.
On Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
well, that's with everything. So the game, the DLC.
I really want that on my Switch because I really do enjoy that.
It's on the phone now as well. You can go on your phone.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It'd be an ideal phone game because it's screen time.
It took them long and bloody enough.
I just find it interesting because I used to like Magic the Gathering and tabletop stuff, and like if you just want to pull out and just play a random computer generated game, it's nice. And but I can then also go online and play with either other people, randoms, or people I know.
I want to get it on Switch, but I don't think I can justify 30 quid for it.
No, I don't either. I think it's way too much. I think that will have to be a sale thing.
I'd give them 20 for it, but I wouldn't give them the 30 for it.
No, I'd say 15.
Well, the base game is 15, but if you want all the extra content, like the bandits and all, I'm
just gonna wait for New Year sales. I really am.
That's if they.
That's if they do them.
Nintendo Switch games don't very often go on sale. And if you think that Armello is expensive at 30 quid for the full set, Dragon Ball Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighter Z has just dropped on Nintendo Switch to get the full set. So the base game and all the DLC. Isn't that the one that was
84 quid?
£85.
Yeah. Yeah, 80
for a 2D fighting game.
Yeah.
No game should cost £85.
Yeah, but then with your discount, it was still 74 quid.
Yeah, even after applying a discount, they still have to pay a lot.
It's £74, and I went no. I'm sorry, I like gaming, but I don't like.
It's a good fighting game. Don't get me wrong, it's a good fighting game. But if you don't want to pay that much for Dragon Ball Fighter Z, go out and buy. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. It's made by the same people. Simplified combat. Anyways, yes, you've played lots of games.
Yeah, I have played lots of games.
Recommend all of them?
I recommend all of them, but it's very much down to the person. If you like that sort of thing, then go for it. But if you're like
a farming adventure simulator, a Final Fantasy remake.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy. If you're into Final Fantasy and you like the old school sort of setup and style for the remake, I would recommend definitely.
I believe it was cheaper on the Switch than it is on the PlayStation 4 because the game is on PS4.
Well,
it's also on PC, I think.
I haven't loaded the
phones.
I have not loaded up the PS4 for a while.
You haven't, have you?
it's not because I don't want to play it. It's because at the moment I've got my Switch and I'm enjoying the Switch at the moment.
You can switch around, can't you?
Yeah, the novelty has not worn off yet.
Not yet.
No, so I'm enjoying the Switch. I'm sorry.
It's like apologise. It's a good platform.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was funny when you came around when we first got the Switch and you were looking at Doom and.
Yeah.
I nearly went and bought one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wolfenstein 2's on Switch now as well.
But
There's a lot of
But saying that though, with the Switch, the only one thing is with City Skylines even. I don't think I'll enjoy that on the Switch because I love it on the computer. I prefer
it's designed for...
Yeah, I prefer it on I enjoy the feel of the mouse in my hand when I'm creating my city. So I don't think for me that would be a good experience on the Switch.
Yeah.
So
get it anyway though.
Yeah.
but my question would be, would the roads, like with the map, would it be on the touch screen? Because that would make a lot of sense if it was.
Would do.
If you're in portable mode, probably. But I've got a funny feeling that I would personally play it on the dock. I don't.
Yeah.
If it's going to be using controllers like that, it would have to have, I think, a snap to grid function.
Yeah.
Well, it's got.
Because
it
hasn't got a great. You have to be really careful to line roads up on.
Was it not on PS4 already?
I don't know.
Skylines. I think it is, but
I think I think you're right actually because Middlemeister's talked about playing it and he's definitely on his PC, so he must have on his PS4.
And he quite enjoyed it. So they've probably done a good job with the controls for the game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like I said, I enjoy the feel of the mouse because I feel like I'm putting the road there.
I reckon it would make it even better if you had a drawing pad.
Oh, do you know what? If I had a drawing tablet on it, I'd never stop playing it.
I was going to get you one of those.
You know, I see one that I've taken a screenshot of the company that done it. What they have this thing on the drawing tablet where it goes on your pencil, and you've got the tablet underneath the piece of paper. You draw it on a piece of paper, it comes up on the screen because it can feel the pressure, and it just follows. It tracks the pencil and what you're doing onto the screen. I saw that and went, do you know what? That's a brilliant idea. Why didn't they come up with that sooner?
Yeah.
You know. Because you can then use any kind of pen, whatever, and match it up on the screen.
Oh, hang on. Come on, Middlemeister.
Hello,
Middlemeister, how is City Skylines on PS4? You've got it on PS4, have you not? How is it on a control pad?
While waiting for that to eventually go through to him for his to reply.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah.
Yeah. But, that's basically what I've been doing. Oh, and I've been playing this other game. It's called Paper, and it's on the phone. And basically, it's like Sliver.io, but you've got
Sliver.io being the snake game.
A lot of links in this show, in these show notes.
Yeah, sorry. Sliver.io is basically a snake game where you're trying to eat all these dots. But this one's you're making a big blob of colour, and you're invading other people's spaces and taking over, and you're supposed to cover as much paper as possible. That's quite addictive when you've got like short time. And you're like on a train or just walking to work or something. That's kind of a quick.
When you're being a drone.
Yeah, when you're being a drone sort of thing, you know, not wanting to do stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Skazz, what have you been playing?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
Okay, so
Inky, what's Skazz been playing?
yeah, she hasn't seen. So
Spec Ops, he's been playing Spec Ops.
yeah, but I've already spoken about Spec Ops the line before on the podcast. I played that through again.
You wanted to play Yeast. He wanted to play Yeast.
Okay, but played Spec Ops the line second time through because you played it through with mouse and keyboard, didn't you?
Yes.
And I played it with a Steam controller, and I had it was playable, but I had a bit of trouble in certain places with it. Way easier with a mouse and keyboard
It is.
than it is with a Steam controller.
You can do the. Especially when it comes to trying to aim.
I love the fact that he's just replied Skyline. We surpassed that, Tom. We know what the game is called.
Yeah.
Also
game. Cities? What is that game called? Cities?
Yeah.
You know that game that's
City
on the
Scrapper. City Scrapper?
Farm and Cities. I'm pretty sure it's Farming Cities, yeah.
City Skynet? City Skynet? No.
Skynet Control City? Oh, I don't know. This beer's getting me down.
This beer is really good. I want to stay here while I leave.
Just stay the night and crash out.
I might have to.
You might have to, yeah, you might.
This is very nice, but quite strong. So we analyse and we find it's actually only about 3%.
Yeah,
so,
we're all just real low.
Yeah, we just don't drink enough.
We don't drink enough. Drink more. Let's go get the bucket for the next batch. Let's put straws.
Yeah, I could get a load of that. It's all PVC plastic, like soft tubing. So
I'm getting a bit worried with the words PVC here. So yeah,
PVC's got many uses apart from the gimp suits.
Well, that is the best use.
Well,
you should know.
What you two get up to is none of my concern.
Well, Ram, you'll find out later.
So
they make gimp suits for sheep, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's so sad. How would you get a suit like that on a cloud? It'd be really.
It had to be tailored, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to keep it well short, otherwise it would soon be. Skylines great on PS4, but has single-digit frame rate on Switch.
Ah, well, there you go.
I just haven't clocked the Switch, mate. It's fine.
Just put it in the fridge. That'll be fine.
Bit like our beer.
Yeah.
So, what else have you been playing? Have you been playing kitty cat games?
No. She's just gone and trip me out the game what I've been playing. So, I did, if you remember, early on in the podcast, I mentioned Dear Esther, the walking simulator. It was one of the earlier games I mentioned on the podcast. There's another version on Steam with achievements. I have no idea what the difference is between the definitive ultimate hardcore sexed up edition versus the original version that was put on Steam. But I played that through recently. Still shit. And then yesterday and today I went back onto my Linux box.
I just like the fact that you thought that somehow the fact it's put achievements on there would somehow make it good.
better.
No, because I was like, I'm sure.
Because achievements, all achievements ever done is made games better.
Well, I didn't know.
Farming achievements.
I was like, I've already played this game. Why has it not got any time listed on it? And it had a subtitle. I was like, oh, okay, so they've done something to make it better. No, it was worse. The frame rate was janky as bollocks. No idea what they've done. It didn't seem to look any better. It was already a very pretty game. It just didn't.
Works well controller. Middle of this message.
Works well with a controller. Good job, English.
I think he might have had some of our beer as well.
Tom, have you been sniffing the beer?
Can you smell it there, Tom? Can you? I'm glad you can. I'm just assuming he's going to say yes, in the hope that the delay's not that bad.
The YouTube delay is awful, so I wouldn't waste your time with it. But the other game I've been playing, so I went back to my Linux box. I've fiddled around with.
He's been playing with this box.
I have. It's been amazing. Jamming my fingers in it and pulling it around. It's been great.
Have you been mounting a lot on it?
Oh yes.
Oh yes, he has. Yes.
I've been hardcore.
A bit of poking.
Yeah, I've caught him mounting things.
Now, I've been playing. The things that Scott said doesn't make this game.
Mount, push, pull.
The next title.
Pull.
Title.
Deliver payload, dismount.
Oh, for God's sake.
I've been playing
Geek Jokes 101.
A story about my uncle.
Story about that trippy game.
Nick knows his phone's really screwed. It's hilarious. He basically can't use the you can't use the bottom of the keyboard.
On the side, doesn't
yeah.
Oh, what does Tom have an old school phone?
No, he's dropped his phone and it's broken the screen. So the touch screens on the screen don't work properly. So it's like it's all shifted up. So from memory, it's like you have to push about half centimetre above what he wants to do. It's hilarious. Watching him trying to compose a text message was such the funniest thing I've ever seen him for such a while. I've got an easy to please mind.
Yeah, I did think that.
Simple things.
Please, simple minds. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was just like, I'm sorry that I leaned forward for that.
Killed himself.
Yeah, I leaned forward for that, expecting something better. Q.
Stop spelling it.
Q.
Well,
it's a test of his.
I'm just going to drink.
Test of his memory.
Then I'm going to drink your fucking drink, and then I'm going to drink.
I've drank mine. You can. I'm more of an alcoholic than you. It's gone.
It doesn't surprise me.
Ooh.
You have to put on my me.
Yeah, fly. So any other games, Beard?
Well, I was fucking talking about one until you insufferable bastards started yammering on about shit that doesn't matter.
What, Tom's phone is a crucial bit of information.
Who gives a fuck? Tom uses an iPhone, so does fucking Nick.
Oh, really? Really?
Subhuman fucking...
They use iPhones?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Considers himself a fucking techno junkie and he's using a fucking iPhone. Anyway, I've been playing a game called A Story About My Fucking Uncle, where all of a sudden you play as this bloke telling a story to his daughter who refuses to go to fucking sleep about a time when you went on an adventure to find your Uncle Fred.
Is that why you keep calling me Fred?
Yeah, go find Fred.
He's been saying this all fucking week.
Because she's a bit of a
Is this where games got to now, where we just basically tell bedtime stories as they need you?
But it's weird.
To be fair, most bedtimes are probably better written than most mainstream games.
Yeah, most probably.
Yeah,
definitely. But no, all fucking week he's going, "Where's Fred?" I'm like, who the fuck's Fred? So who the fuck's Fred?
So where was Fred and who the fuck is he?
Right. So the trick is, the base of the story is you're telling your daughter a bedtime story. You then go back to your childhood and you go to your Uncle Fred's house against your family's wishes, because Fred's like an adventurer. He travels the world. He sends you postcards all the time.
Oh, he's the cool uncle.
Yeah, he's the fun uncle.
You go on, you've gone camping and hiking with your family with Uncle Fred, and you've been trapped in like a tent on the side of the mountain.
Sorry. Trapped in a tent.
Yeah, it's stapled outside.
Well, no, like fucking, you've all been snowed in. You're stuck in this little place where if you try and get off, you fall off a cliff and you die. That'd be great. And so it's like, it was really great hanging out with Uncle Fred this time, because all of a sudden you died and it was cool.
How do you
anyway, who gives a fuck? I'd like to finish talking about this fucking game so we can get on with this fucking podcast, so I can go upstairs and get another fucking beer, then have something to eat. Anyway.
That's a hint.
Yeah. I'm like being perfectly straight out hardcore. I'm doing what Tom normally does. Look, this fucking podcast is shit, mate. I want to go get some food.
I'd say it's a good job Tom wasn't here, because if I at one point, obviously we talked about earlier, but if I brought up the Museum of Capuchin,
Tom would have exploded.
My plan was
The what?
Nick went to
National Museum of Computing.
Did you do that? What? You went to the Museum of Computing? Please tell me more.
Tom, go to your happy place.
It was a building with lots of computers in it.
It was fascinating.
Was it good?
It was really good.
I'm glad.
But I won't bother to cook the thing down.
I'm genuinely intrigued.
I'll go into it in greater detail
Later. Okay.
Yes.
Carry on. Was there an Atari there? Please tell me there was.
Yes, there was. The old wood paddle one.
Oh, they were hot. Fucking Tom sat there going, Gina,
It was
shut
working as well.
Oh my god, did it have Pong?
I don't know if Pong was working. Anyway, what happened to Uncle Fred? Did you find him?
Well, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it? I'm actually going to say, did the little girl go to sleep? How the fuck do I know?
He's not there yet.
But,
Do you get an achievement for it?
probably.
The game's enhanced because of the achievement.
Please tell me, the very start is your young daughter won't go to bed. Do you A, wish to tell about Uncle Fred, or B, give her some very strong alcohol?
Probably the alcohol, that's what I would have done.
The alcohol.
Go sleep!
Just not
No, so you go through Uncle Fred's house and you find that he has like a what's that game that like in Half-Life you've got a special suit, and in Portal you've got your special little boots that stop you from breaking your arms and legs and all that magic stuff. Same kind of thing in Uncle Fred's house. His adventurer's suit basically allows him to fall off of a cliff and be fine, pretty much. So you go to his house and find that cupboard that's normally locked up is open, and there's a suit that seems smaller than his normal adventuring suit. It's your size.
It fits you perfectly like glove.
Yeah.
That's such a disturbing thing for Uncle Fred, that he somehow has measured you and had the suit tailored just right for you.
Body scanner, right?
Yeah. Well, then you go into...
I wonder if there's another reason why your family don't like you going near Uncle Fred.
Well, what can I say? You go to Fred's observatory and there's just random fucking computer. It's like, oh yeah, he's got this like trash disposal thing there. And you turn it on and all of a sudden you stand on it and it launches you to another world.
Damn you, Uncle Fred.
Yeah, Uncle Fred's a crazy motherfucker. Turns out that he'd managed to create a whole nother world. A whole nother species.
As you do.
And has been travelling backwards and forwards to this other dimension
and also Uncle
So it's Rick and Morty the game.
Oh my god, Rick and Morty.
Don't fucking get me started on that train.
Szechuan sauce. See, he hates it. And I love Rick and Morty.
You see, last week he said he didn't mind Rick and Morty to me.
I'm starting to get angrier and angrier the more I
Yeah,
hear about
yeah,
it.
because I keep on running around going Pickle Rick, and he's just like, yeah, but you're saying shit about Fred, and I don't know who the fuck Fred
Yeah,
is.
because it fucks with you now. Shut up. Right, you have the ability to jump, you have the ability to super jump, and you have a grappling hook.
I like
The game is about platforming. Job done. Find Fred. Finished. That's the game. It's fun. Play it.
Have you found Fred yet?
Yes, I finished the game. It takes about 4 to 5 hours. It's relatively cheap. It's available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It runs a fucking dream on my
It
internet.
sounds like a game that I would play.
It's trippy as fuck. You must play it. It's
Well, I played What Happened to Remains of Edith Finch, and that was trippy as hell. So,
What?
Remains of Edith Finch?
Now,
a big toenail.
is
Big
it?
left toenail.
That is a weird game.
Is it?
Is
It
that
is
Windows,
gross.
Mac, and Linux?
Is it like being on mushrooms? Because yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
literally, yeah. It's the very first. You basically go and you have to sort of see what happened to her family, and literally the very first story you find talks about how her basically she died as a child, would have been like her great grandmother, like turns into a sea monster and eats people, then dies. It's weird.
Okay, I thought I played some wacky shit, but that just sounds like a really
It's on
bad
the YouTube
trip.
channel.
I'll have a look.
Mm-hmm.
It might be private, but it's on the YouTube channel.
We can get a look. Can I get a look?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
It's about 4 hours long, but sorry.
That's nice. How much was that again?
I got it on a
I got a random sale.
on a Steam sale, yeah.
Oh,
So it's not a lot, about 10, 15 quid, something like
fair that.
that. About
No, I think
£9
a story about my uncle is about the same. It's actually a really nice game. Graphically, it's really nice. The lighting on it's really good. Gameplay is pretty solid. Can be quite frustrating at times because it's all about
platformers.
yes,
usually,
well, slingshotting between different platforms, building up momentum as you swing. You've only got three, but you can use your grappling hook 3 times per jump. So and it doesn't recharge until you land on the floor. So if you don't, and some of the jumps are an absolute fucking nightmare because later on there's the ability to recharge the grapple by using these special power stone things, but you have to shoot them with your grapple. So you've got 3 shots,
I have got.
and if you use all 3, you can't actually then recharge it. You have to still be able to fire it to hit the stones to recharge the thing. So if you accidentally fire and miss, you're dead. If you've used 3 of them before you find that stone, you fall and you die. Oh, and you get rocket boots too
Cool.
at some point. There you go. Game worth playing.
I've always thought when I've seen games with rocket boots, rocket boots look bloody awkward because I just think the centre of gravity is so high.
You just go.
You just like sort of face plant, wouldn't you?
Mhm.
I don't know, I've always thought that you need some sort of stabiliser thing or something.
Yeah,
don't you?
they're not really horribly functional in the game either. They're just like a last ditch. Oh shit! I didn't make it. Press the button, and then fly towards the floor.
And then face palm and there's a
Yeah, like, that's it. Oh look, a rock! I've managed to break physics in that game so many times. I've managed to slingshot onto this thing and just go, oh, clip, clean through, fly 60 feet the other way. No, it's fun. It's worth playing. It's a story that if I tell you how it goes, I'll just ruin the story for you.
Yeah, that's
kind
the
of
way
its
it's
charm.
always, isn't it?
It's neat. It's child safe too, which is neat. So I'm tempted to give it to the boys to see how they get on with it. Although I can guarantee you the ending, towards the end of it, they will get so frustrated they will probably punch through their monitors.
That's okay because they're young enough that platform becomes second nature to them. You know that.
No, they'll just like look at
you
it.
You can when you platformers are only it's only children can play platformers because once you get to about sort of like 16, 17, you lose the ability to do the reflexes.
All you can do then is shoot people.
Yeah. You know, it's one of the few situations where, like, you know, if you get stuck, you give it to your 5-year-old to get past that section for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have to keep going children, so you've got constant steady supply of people who can get past it for you.
Bit like the Chinese little labouring shops, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Having children play your games for you. Yeah, this is my high score.
Well, you're saying that's what gold farmers are then?
Yeah. Totally.
Korean and Chinese gold farmers are literally, because we're too old to do it, we get the kids to
to
play.
do it. Yeah, totally.
I do know somebody actually used to do the Wildcats level 8 and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
I also used to do that.
Yeah, a couple of my
Yeah,
mates.
a couple
of my mates actually used to sell Steam accounts.
Yeah, God, yeah.
They buy
I
tons
remember
of
that.
games on sale.
They
and
get
then sell
about
them.
1,000 games and then sell it.
Prick.
Wow. Well,
You know who you are.
so first game I played. This is my first surprise of the night.
Okay.
Because it's something that you're not expecting me to have played.
Is it anime kitty game?
No.
I'm disappointed.
No.
Then.
It's Guild Wars 2.
What?
Whoa! Fucking what?
Okay, my
What? What have you done with Nick?
my arse has just perked up. What's
What's
going
going
on?
I'm playing MMO.
We're in sync again.
Intrigued.
I'm playing MMO, yeah.
Why? What happened?
I just like...
One second, this is the man
Come
that
on.
don't like MMOs. Because people fucking interfere with his
That's the great
gameplay.
thing about Guild Wars 2.
Oh, here we go. He's going to fucking pitch it to us.
I've been playing it now for about 9 hours. I've not spoken to another player yet. It's brilliant.
You don't have to because it's got instances of it.
Yeah, it's got these events. So it's
Oh, is that the one with all the animals and you go in? Everyone all at once?
It's the one that me, Zaber, Dante.
Yeah, you guys loved that. I
No,
fucking couldn't do it.
Dante loved it. I wasn't a huge fan of it by the time I got into it.
Yeah, because
you wouldn't
Dante
shut
was
up about it.
overhyping it. Yeah, but carry on, Nick. Sorry to
I mean, the
interrupt.
trouble is, I've in my life I've played 3 other
You
MMOs.
played Guild Wars 1, did you?
Yes, Guild Wars 1,
I don't know.
Anarchy Online, and World of Warcraft.
I was hoping because didn't he play with us with World of Warcraft?
No.
No,
Oh, did on that vanilla server once.
Yeah.
it was before you.
So thanks. That's before me.
Before you existed, Gina.
So about 11 years ago, mate.
Yeah.
No, it was
so-
longer than that.
In 2006,
I don't know.
2005.
Yeah.
We were UEA in 607, so it must be 2005.
Well, let's put it this way, it was before Burning Crusade hit.
Yeah, it's 2005. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time. So
So-
3 years before me.
Yeah. So the trouble is, I don't know if I've got so vague memories. I don't know if what Guild Wars do is either A, that unique, or B,
Guild Wars 2 was very special for the its time.
it's ideal for me because I find that level progression is nice and steady. So I'm playing 9 hours and now level 17. I would never got to level 17 in 9 hours in World of Warcraft. I struggled.
No, you
for
would
ages.
now.
You would now.
Yeah.
Totally would.
Vanilla WoW was a hell of a grind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
spend
but
an entire day
I
getting
don't.
to level 20.
It's. I guess you have got killed lots of things, but have felt I've not yet encountered kill 10 balls and retrieve like a toenail off them.
To be fair,
So
it's really pissed me off with that kind of retrieval
Yeah.
task because you
Particularly
know
the
for a fact the animal will
random-
have it.
Through the random drops as well. I've not encountered anything like that yet,
Okay.
and I've not felt I've had to grind it. I've had all these missions and it's got a story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. It's like if I'm
The
actually
living
sort of-
store.
Yeah.
I was there for the launch of the game. I was so depressed when they changed some of the characters in the living story when
Yeah.
I first played it.
So it's I'm really enjoying it actually.
It's not a bad game. It's just one of our friends years and years and years ago absolutely fucking bummed that game.
And it
And nearly
overhyped it.
every conversation you had with him, regardless of what the conversation was about initially,
Guild
became
Wars.
Guild
Ah.
Wars 2. Every time he talked about music, it was the Guild Wars 2 soundtrack. This is pre-game
Yeah.
launch, before we even got access to the betas. And he would not shut the fuck up about it.
The Guild Wars soundtrack is
I've
very
got
generic.
it. I've
It's
got the
nice
soundtrack.
music, but it's just generic fantasy soundtrack.
It's-
If you took that soundtrack and put it over World of Warcraft, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't
No,
be
it
out of
wouldn't go,
place.
no.
Or Skyrim or Oblivion or any
No, it
sort
would
of
fit, it
fantasy.
would be exactly the
Yeah.
same. It doesn't sound any
Yeah.
different.
So
But no, like he would not stop talking about it. So by the time we all got to play it,
It's just
we were
too
just
much.
burnt out on it because
Yeah.
he'd just been going on and on and on and on.
And I
about it.
chose because he kept going on, but I chose not to play.
Yeah.
Well, the trouble was I'd already paid for it.
Yeah, I chose not
Yeah.
to play.
what's free obviously now is you just
Yeah.
download it and play it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that when you're in a zone, it's this constant little counter which points you to the nearest thing you can do. There's no having to hunt around the map or what's this. It just says, no, if you go over here, you've got a location over here you've not looked at yet. Oh, there's an objective over
So-
there's a quest giver over here.
So it's not a pay monthly; it's free to play
Free to
anyway.
play.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
went free to
but-
play a while ago.
But
The
you have
base
to
one.
you have to buy a license though, right?
No, the
No,
game is
no,
free.
it's absolutely
Guild Wars,
free.
Yeah.
Guild
Well,
Wars
they've
2
released-
now is free, and then something.
There's now expansions so you have to pay. So basically, what they do is as they release an expansion, you
You
then
pay
pay
the
for the expansion,
expansion.
but the previous one goes free.
Oh right.
So Guild Wars 2 is completely free. I've not put a penny into it so far, and I've not felt held back by not spending any money on it yet. It seems to be most
So there's no
micro.
microtransactions.
There are
There
in
are some,
there.
but there always have been.
They are in there, but they seem to be more for like sort of cosmetics and stuff, which I don't mind because you don't have to have them.
You don't have to, so you can just play it, level up happily, and not have to pay for anything.
It's a gorgeous game. It played very well for the time. As I say, my only real beef was the fact that chap fucking ruined it for us because he wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like the fact that it's got so many.
And then he played it for the grand total of about 6 months, and then never touched it again.
I just like it's got so many sort of nice sort of make your life easy features. So like quest givers, you don't actually have to talk to them. As long as you get near him, it'll ping up what you want. They want you to do. Yeah, they'll come up with an event quest comes up, and then you progress bar. You just do it. And you don't need to talk to them to hand in. You get little bars. You just automatically hands in.
A bit like Final Fantasy 14 on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You're thinking of fat grinding and stuff like
that. Yeah.
So I've literally just been playing, just been following my little markers, following it around. I've literally cleared the entire sort of one area. I've wanted to do this one. Char.
Yeah, I thought which one's the Char?
Big cats.
Oh, really? You like cats?
I feel when mine looks more like a big dog. To be fair, I can see
you beefed it up to look like a dog.
It looks more dog. I thought it looked more doggy, to be honest. And then
they always came to me as more cats.
Yeah, but then a lot of the NPCs are very cat-like when you meet them. They are.
What do you know? What I have noticed that though, the cat race has tipped up almost across the board, hasn't it? It's become a really big thing these days. Cats.
Yeah.
I want to see a lizard man. You know,
but you play Skyrim, don't you?
No, yeah, but like Conan the Barbarian lizard bloke. Do you know what I mean? No. Of course, you never watched Conan the Barbarian. You need to watch Conan the Barbarian.
I watched someone else play the film.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Also playing Token 2 on the Amiga. I remember Token 2.
Token, my god, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, I played that a lot when I was a kid. I didn't know what it was called.
See,
I just played it a lot.
I never had an Amiga or anything like that when I was a kid. The earliest console I had was Sega Mega Drive.
Home PC, home computers.
I never had a home computer. I got Windows ME when that first came out.
That's not a computer. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I used to have to use the teletext.
You have my sympathy.
Thank you. It was awful. It was absolutely awful.
Yeah, potentially have some interesting games, because the quiz. I remember
the teletext was cool.
Some kids are going to not know experience to enjoy the teletext.
Oh, we had a teletext computer in my high school. It was awesome.
That bit when you used to go on and you sit there and have to wait for the page to refresh to go to the next page.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
And then I used to go on teletext to get the joke of the day, and you have to refresh it to get the answer. And sometimes if you didn't wait or turned your head, you had to wait again. Oh, it's so annoying. And some of the jokes were quite really basically dad jokes. They're really poor.
Awful, yeah.
And you were hoping for like one day for a really funny rude joke to come up, and it was very rare.
Well, you got to read. So way teletext was it's surprisingly ahead of its time. It was the interactive service.
Yeah.
Before they actually had the bounce interface. Yeah. You had the weather on there. You could access it any time.
Yeah. And teletext was brilliant.
Quick news.
Yeah. But I don't like the red button. The red buttons are. Because it bombards you with too much information. Where teletext, you just knew which numbers to press.
I'll be honest with you, I've not pressed the red button in donkey's years because I don't really watch the TV.
Well, to be fair, I have to, with my job, I have to press the red button for people occasionally, and I'm going through the red button going, what? It's just easier to use a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So you've got smart TVs now. They'll save everybody.
Don't even go there because
Nick knows our pain.
No, because the smart TVs, right?
I hate them as well.
In my place of work, they that generation of people don't get it, and they don't ever use it. And I don't see the point in them having a smart TV because it makes no sense.
You can't get a standard TV these days. That's the problem. If you get a standard TV, it's a shit screen.
Well, the couple of ones that I was really upset. There was 2 TVs that went out in our home. That I was like, all it needed was just like a LED or something replaced, and it would have been working fine. But we're in such a throwaway culture now. They just chucked it away, and I was just like, "Oh my god, it's like one of ours. That big one in our back room, it was one of them."
The trouble is the cost of repairing it is sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's now got to the point we've got a TV upstairs that's bust, And I don't remember spending a huge amount on it when we first got it.
And
But
it's-
to repair it, it's nearly 80 quid for the parts, and it's just like...
Yeah, and it's a vicious cycle as well because the cost of repairing it, because not many people get repairs, the people have to charge more to make it worth their while to repair it, to make it worth business. So it's turned to a vicious circle. It's just not worth repairing anything more. And
No.
gone are the days when most people were practical enough that they could. Well, things not that's the wrong thing. Where things were simple enough.
Yeah.
For us to do it ourselves.
Well, in the grand scheme, the inside of a TV is not huge.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's not just that, it's the knowledge is not being passed on, and also companies are refusing for you to do that.
They are.
They're taking away the chance for you to
they don't
do that.
want you to do it, but
And I think that's wrong. I
There
think
are
you
some
should be able
people
to
these
repair
days-
anything.
there are some people these days that don't even know how to cook.
Oh, yeah, well,
Oh, there's
boiled
always
egg.
been people who do know to cook.
Yeah.
To be fair.
You
No,
know.
it seems to be something to be proud of these days.
Yeah, I
people
microwave
are
my
proud
meal.
of their incapabilities now. Oh yeah, I don't cook. I don't know how to cook or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no. All that proud.
When was it something to be proud of to be stupid?
proud that they can't use a mobile
Microwave.
phone or the internet or anything like that. When they're proud, oh yeah, I don't do all that rubbish.
Oh yeah, I know how to use my phone though.
I can't people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to people.
Yeah, well, I think that's also that that's where society is going wrong, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's all going tits up quite rapidly.
Yeah, but no one cares.
Yeah.
Because that's society.
Anyway, that's Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually enjoying it.
Oh, cool.
I've not burnt out on it yet.
I
Well,
I
good.
never finished my
I-
living story, and then I never even finished season 1. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've got. I think I've got to chapter 2 of mine.
Well, I'm glad that you're
I can
playing
still
an
remember
MMO and
that.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's an achievement
Which is
itself.
great because it's got these events in it where something happens, you can go join in. It's like everybody can go join to the event and sort of partake in it, but it's like you're doing something together as a group of people, but it's not.
You're not having to
join-
interact.
You don't
Yeah.
have to party with them. You just have to be there.
Yeah, you're not having to interact.
And
And I could then join. I could then come into the newbie area. The game would scale me down.
Yeah.
I could then help people in that area, but after helping those people, because obviously I can't steamroll it because I've been leveled down.
Yeah.
When we complete the quest, I get a reward for my original level, not for the one they scaled me down to. So it actually rewards me for going to help newbies.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
It works really well. It does
like a
does
sense of
feel
community.
like they looked at all the problems with other MMOs and fixed them.
It works very well.
Yeah.
There was very little to complain about it.
Well, to be
Um,
fair, like, if the MMO was real life and you were all trying to fight something, you would club
Yeah,
together and do it.
the trouble is though, that's not how MMOs have been traditionally made.
No.
Because they reward the
The
global
highest,
culture in
the high,
end game.
yeah.
Yeah.
They want you to get
Yeah.
to end game now.
I do feel that it's definitely made also for the more casual gamer.
Yeah.
I've been putting like a couple of hours here and there. I've not really been sort of
On
I
it
don't,
solid.
I don't feel punished for it because I mean obviously because I chose MMOs, I think they really want you to get to the high level as quick as you can, and it
Yeah.
feels almost you
Very
can't
nice
go.
world to look
Mm.
at.
Well, I said I'm 9 hours in. I've only done. I'm only on. I literally 100% my first area today. I don't know if it's in the area
Yeah.
complete. And I wanted to do it. That's the reason I wanted to actually. It's got a little bit of addictive trick.
Well,
to
because you
make
kind
do it.
of get rewards for it. don't you,
Yeah.
as well?
And it's all this. It's just constantly. Oh yeah, you got this made to do.
So all the chemicals in your head's going, yes, I'm
But
enjoying
it's
this.
not a chore to do it because there's always this constant still counting. Okay, your nearest waypoint's over here. If you go there, you'll do the waypoint. That's another bing for you, and you just constantly
And
just
you
follow
get
around.
you actually get experience for exploring the map as well, Inky. So you can actually level up just by walking around the map.
I used to do
Yeah.
that all the time in WoW though. I used to just go for a massive walk, get killed, and be like, oh okay.
Yeah, I had that. When we played on that custom server.
What?
Back in the day, I had an issue. The reason I
Well,
stopped
the
playing.
Minecraft.
No, WoW server.
wow.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to run my own WoW server.
Yeah,
back in
and the reason I stopped playing it was because I died. For some reason, the game, I don't know if it was a bug in the game or because of the server,
You couldn't
the
respawn.
game, it spawned me in an area, I didn't know where I was. It just spawned me, it wasn't the area I've been playing in, it spawned me in, like, I spawned in this area where everything around me was like, question mark, for its level.
No, that did happen from time to time.
Yeah,
And I
I
couldn't
found
work
a
it-
giant on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pain. You had to go find your body or go to a graveyard. That's just a pain.
Yeah.
But I've not died yet. I've literally got a point where, because when you get knocked down, you can sort of fight to stay going.
You can, I can't remember what they call it now.
Second, sort of fight to survive, and you can sort of come back.
So you can throw rocks at enemies and stuff like that. So if Nick got down, he could still try and get away and throw things at the enemies and do shouts and stuff like that. If we then ran and killed the enemy that downed him, he would then be able to get back up.
Oh, that's nice.
I've got a pet tiger called Peaches.
Because
Peaches is the tiger in Far Cry 5.
I haven't played that game since since Divine got it. He got into it and played it for the grand total of about an afternoon and then didn't play it again. Yeah. But no, it was fun last time I played it.
One bumper of it, I can't tame sheep.
Oh, well.
You can't tame sheep.
You're going to have to get over the sheep fetish pretty soon.
Well, but you can tame a boar, so I'm going to have a boar instead.
There you go.
Call it Percy.
I'm going to call it Charlie.
Oh, after my dog?
No, because we had on the farm we had a pig called Charlie who died a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to get a boar and name him Charlie.
If I ever play that game, I'll get a boar and call it Percy.
He was so gentle. He was massive. He literally. He was about.
How many hands? Do it in horses measurements.
I don't know horse measurements. If I laid down next to him, he'd be longer than me.
Wow, you're about 6 foot plus, aren't you?
Yeah, and he would come up to well above my waist.
Oh God, so he's got a good bit of force to him, yeah.
He did take me for. He took me for a ride once. Not the ride you're probably thinking of, knowing me.
Oi, Savaloy.
We were in the big yard.
Yeah.
And I was feeding.
And he gave you a good scene too, yeah.
No, I think something bit him.
Did he give you a good old go?
And he came charging.
You shouldn't be biting a pig's ass.
And I do it in this dark. And I was standing there, and my legs were apart enough that he ran head first through my legs that way, sort of from the front.
You're not helping the story for me.
Because my legs weren't as wide as his shoulders, so because he
started riding a pig.
Yeah, he took it. I started riding the pig backwards. And
I bet that was funny.
He started running on. So I'm on his back, so my sort of arms holding onto his back, just trying to grab hold of him somewhere.
Yeah,
and he's just charging round the pen, just going round in circles. I think I'm going to die. He's going so fast because he's now panicking. He's just sudden big
weight on his back.
100 kilo of weight just landed on his back. He's thinking, what the hell was that? Eventually he goes on so quickly, he actually throws me off because just the sheer force and cornering so tight, he throws me off and landing par muck.
You landed in pig shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an interesting morning.
I just like the way I just outward say it. You landed in pig shit.
Muck's kind of a very common terminology.
Yeah, muck's the polite way of saying it. It's pig shit.
It is pig shit.
Or swill.
Swill, yeah, you can't do swill anymore.
Why not?
Because what you used to put in swills, all like the off
chemicals,
remains.
yeah.
It's not new chemicals. It's the fact that stuff you used to put in swill, you can't. You can only feed them proper feed or certain things. You get certain fish you're allowed to, like apples and so forth.
Oh well, yeah, natural feeds. Yeah.
Well, some of it natural feeds, but you can't because obviously the swill used to be all the kitchen remains. You can't give any kitchen
no
remains
meats.
Anymore. No meats, nothing at all.
So not even like peelings.
Basically, anything that's come from your kitchen, you cannot feed a pig. Anything that's come from your kitchen.
So you're not allowed to give them peelings, even though that's what a pig would eat anyway.
If it's come from your kitchen, you can't give it to them.
Do you know what? That is backwards.
I can understand. It was to control swine foot.
But I'm not being.
And
foot and mouth.
No, not foot and mouth. The one that hit a few years ago. Not swine fever. Was it swine fever?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, swine fever.
Yeah.
When that got into the country, it was to control it. They banned it then to control it. So you can only give them. So basically, you feed them basically a normal
pig,
which is wheat. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, but that
it tastes quite nice actually. It's like
really
the sour rolls are basically they're really it's basically Weetabix condensed really tightly. So with no
imagine putting that in your bowl in the morning. What the fuck?
You can actually because they make gruel for the piglets, which is basically that but broken down to powder. So you just add water and make gruel.
Oh bless them.
I've been tempted to try it once, see what it's like. But the sour rolls, they're lovely. I grab one of those.
Please bring one. I want to try one.
I'll bring one.
I can't wait. I can't.
They
it's not
do take.
Oh
no, it's all it's wheat based.
Yeah.
They do.
There's someone at the door.
They do take about 3 hours to eat one though, because they're so condensed. We'll just pause the podcast.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I think your tears are right.
Marvellous.
Are you going to ruffle the audio now?
No, I'm going to take it through to the kitchen.
Hey, good.
I'm sensible.
Yeah, good. Full audio, this is tears arrived.
I don't have any real beef with Guild Wars 2. I don't. It's just literally that one person just
Yeah, it's over.
drive it into the ground. So when you actually played it, it was like, that doesn't live up to the hype the guy built up about it.
No.
Wasn't a bad game, just, you know.
I'm currently playing it I'm playing very much a casual game.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it is.
I'm just playing literally when I'm not having time. I don't think about too much. It's something to have on. I'll have a TV program.
It was a very pretty world to walk around. So I remember that.
Well, it's got these vistas, isn't it? You have to go these vistas.
You can actually then look.
Shown. It's some of them sort of mean for a game that old. It still looks in some cases really amazing.
Well, it looked gorgeous back in the day. Even then, even on the betas that I took part in, looked fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, you got to think this game came out when the second series i5 i7s are out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how old Guild Wars 2 is, and it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is quite. Yeah, it's actually a really ancient game now.
Yeah.
Actually,
was Big Man would have been about 2 or 3.
so that's
he's
sort
now 9.
yeah, I was gonna say about 6 years ago. Yeah.
Still a good looking game.
No, it's still fun to play.
Is it still NC soft or?
Yeah, I thought it was ArenaNet.
Oh, I don't know.
ArenaNet, I'm sure, is the people who.
Oh, it was NC soft. The guys at the Terror. I can't remember now.
I'm sure it's ArenaNet. I've always known it as ArenaNet.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh man,
Very fun.
cool.
Right.
What's next?
Next on to other things we've been doing. So
Other things.
It's a TV program we've already spoken, but we spoke off podcast. I'm watching Steins. It's very good.
Good.
Yeah, enjoying it. I also read a book.
You can't read.
I can read. I've been on nights this week, so I downloaded a book to read.
Right, go
I read Ready Player One.
on. What for that? Okay, cool.
So that's your third surprise.
Yay! Much surprises.
Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Cool.
I mean, I would say I don't think the writer's the greatest writer in the world. It's quite rough. Some of the dialogue is fairly rough.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the book. I mean, the film is basically pretty different. There is literally no similarities at all.
No, but
It's
definitely
all
not.
the pop culture references that really made the book.
Yeah, you're making noise.
I was gentle.
Yeah, buffer it. No, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I found it quite. I mean, I literally was reading like sort of a couple of chapters in my lunch breaks and tea breaks and so forth, and I got through over 3 nights.
Yeah, you
That's
do
what's-
accumulate it, reading it like that.
It does well. It's quite well paced. I mean, the first bit's world building. The first bit, which slows it down a bit, but then it sort of gets But as soon as you get past the first gate, it sort of really moves on
And
quite
characters
nicely.
and stuff as well.
Yeah, and it sort of explains a lot. It explains a lot of things, which doesn't get explained in the film.
Yeah.
Stupid film.
See,
I mean-
the film pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean the only bit that I found which felt very forced and didn't really feel right. This is a spoiler for the film and the book, so warning to everybody. Spoiler alert. Is when he has his meeting with
Sorrento.
Yes, Sorrento, and he starts threatening to burn the stacks. Way's attitude to that just felt very off. Yeah, it's like he had people. Yes, he had people that he didn't like, but he's like he really didn't care about. It was like
Well, no, because at the end of the day, when you have a meeting with someone and they say, "Yeah, we're going to fucking blow up where you live," like,
Yeah, whatever.
off, mate. Like you're going to do that.
Yeah, but he said, "Oh, I'm going to call it." I just felt it was very callous.
The relationship
And
with
it's-
his aunt was wrong as well.
In
The film, yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah, I mean, well, she barely appears in the book. She only appears in one scene, pretty much, and that's it. She disappears the rest of the book. So, yeah,
She was dead.
Yeah, that was the only bit that struck me as that just didn't feel right. It felt like it'd been done to put jeopardy in there, which it didn't feel like it fit in the book very well. That was the only real criticism. Other than that,
I didn't find it to be that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, that was the only bit I sort of still didn't quite resonate with me properly.
Depends how you read it, to be honest, but it depends on the spin you put on the character.
Yeah.
Did you read the Sorrento bits about his life before?
Not yet,
Excuse
no.
me.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, Skazz has told me about these bits, and now I've read it, he can message me with them.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's too late because you've just been told all about it, so there's no point now.
I haven't
What do you mean?
ruined it because there's more to it.
No, keep going.
Alright, yeah, so no, yeah, enjoyed the book. So,
Mm.
that's all I say really. Good book.
But which do you prefer, the film or the book?
To me, they're so different. I like them both. I prefer the book. Obviously, you can go into more depth. So, because the film, they don't have they just have the challenges. There's no because obviously they get a key, then they get a gate, then they get a key, and the gate, then a key, and a gate, which the film doesn't do.
Yeah.
They do that. Well, I understand. I can understand. I can see why the film was changed the way it was.
Yeah.
I understand what I think of. If it had been obviously trying to do the budget, but if they had the budget and because there was a mini series
Well,
of like 10 episodes, you could then properly paste in it. But there was no way they'd be able to do it.
What do you think to the characters they chose, or the way that they designed the characters in the film? Because to me, they didn't match the book at all. In any way.
Holloway was Ogden was completely different in the book.
Yeah.
He's a lot more active in the book, whereas in the film he literally appears in a couple of flashbacks.
Yep.
And right at the very end, and again at the end, it feels. I mean, he does feel a bit Dear Ester Landmark in the book. He just suddenly appears and sorts them out and sort of throws it.
Well, no, because he was there the entire time.
I know, but it just felt a bit. It felt a bit like, oh, how we go to church? I'll just chuck him in there and sort. That was just my feeling.
No, but I mean, Ogden Morrow was with the high five the entire time.
He was, yeah. I know he says at the end, but it just felt like it'd been
chucked in.
it chucked in, yeah. Apart from like one throwaway scene where it's sort of to sort of highlight he's there, it just felt a bit chucked in.
There's a,
I don't know. I mean, I didn't. I would say there wasn't the film characters, apart from Ogden Morrow, the film character and Sorrento. He doesn't feel like the right person, and he feels too stupid in the film.
yeah.
He's a lot more clever in the book.
Yeah.
I mean, because he gets to places through his own effort, whereas in the film he feels very much like he's.
He's a dimwit.
Yeah,
He
he
has
feels
no
like
idea
he's
why he's
going there through help, and sort of thing. I tell you what the film is actually. Looking back at it, it's a very 80s, as in 80s style film. Not, and I think because that's just Steven Spielberg's stick. It feels like Steven Spielberg from 1980. Apart from the graphics, you could imagine that film being made in 1980s.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's what I've. So for some reason, the characterization is very 1980s. This Dimwitted corporate lady who gets there not through any skill, but through basically stepping on others. Whereas in the book, he's not. He seems to get where he's going through being actually. Well, he's a game designer, isn't he? In the book, says he's a game designer. So he sort of knows what he's doing. He gets there through his own effort.
Yeah.
I didn't like what they did with H in the film.
Yeah.
Again, because I've seen the film first, it didn't really bother me.
No, see, that annoyed the blood and shit out of me.
Yeah.
I did not what they did to the twins.
Yeah, I didn't like. No.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact they changed because they.
Saito and Shoto.
Yeah, I didn't like. No, I didn't like the way they.
Because one of them dies.
Spoiler. Yes, one of them does die in the book. Yeah, one of them actually gets.
You already put the
Just-
spoiler at the start of this.
I did. But yeah, you're right. One of them does actually get killed, and that actually felt more. To me, that actually felt a bit more interesting than Double Stacks.
Yeah.
See that to me feels like a more sensible way to get rid of somebody. You just push them out the window and it looks like suicide. I mean, to me it made more sense than when they look after way, just keep an eye out. Eventually when you see him, just stab him, mug him gone bad.
Yeah, because of where he lived.
Yeah. So it just that's what I felt. I do like the fact that in the film they set this strange underground resistance movement.
Yeah,
afterwards.
stupid.
That was not needed.
No.
It just didn't felt. I kind of prefer the ending of the film where he's just having to make do with like a really basic setup just to get through because that's all like cable driven. Everything.
Yeah.
I kind of preferred that to the end of the book where he's like goes to this place which has got top of the range. I kind of preferred that if I'm honest from the film.
I really didn't like the end of the film was.
Yeah.
I fell
that
asleep,
film-
didn't I?
Yeah, that film.
That's how good the
the
film
ending
was.
to that film.
I
Was,
quite enjoyed the film.
it was not a bad film, but I prefer the book. Every
Yeah.
time I prefer the book. There was nothing in the film that I thought was better.
Yeah, I just found them very different. I just found them completely. They are completely different.
versions
Separate.
of-
They're separate.
Yeah, you can't look at them the same. You can't. It's not really. It's like
Black and white.
yeah, it's not
It's
just
like an American
this-
version of a Japanese thing, and then
Yeah.
a Japanese version of an American thing.
Yeah,
It's
this
so
this
different.
isn't an adaptation of the book. This is like we're just going to use the same story again, but we're just going to call it the same theme. But it's not really an adaptation. It's just a straight swap. But
It's not even an abridged version, is it? Really?
Well, no,
It's
I
different.
would have been happier with it had they have not fucked with the characters so much.
Yeah,
You know, they say that Wade is this fucking fat ugly kid, and then in the film they don't make him a fat ugly kid.
yeah.
You know, and I understand it's film. People like to look at pretty people, but
Yeah.
But
You
I'm not
know.
being funny. You don't look at pretty people every day in your normal life.
well, just they should fucking giving the kid a fat suit until he started to work out later on in the fucking
Yeah.
book. But it just I don't know. 'Cause it to me in the film it didn't really seem like Wade had any real.
Reason to want the key.
Because you already had a decent fucking rig.
Yeah.
You already had
yeah.
plenty of cash. He was already fucking around loads in the Oasis anyway.
Yeah.
You know, there was no real reason for him to be so epically obsessed.
I'm passionate.
Other than he felt like it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah. No, I enjoyed it.
cool. I will. I'll link you to. I'll link you to the extra story.
Cool. Cool. So that's what
I'll
freezes.
literally only take about 15 minutes to read it.
Cool.
It's like that's probably less than what you've got on that page, to be honest.
Yeah. I will. So yeah. So that was the end of the surprise, I'm afraid.
Marvelous.
So on to news. Telltale's gone bust.
Oh yeah.
Telltale games. So they made
Wolf Among Us.
The Walking Dead was really put on the map. The adventure game.
I cannot play, watch, or do anything about zombies. Sorry.
No. Okay.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
There's quite a few zombies in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, they announced on the 21st that they were just completely closing their studios down. Literally 25 people made to meet contractual obligations.
Really?
Other than they've closed the whole studio down.
What stuff did they do? They did the Back to the Future games,
So,
Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead's what put them on the sort of the main map. They've done other things before that. Then we had Wolf Among Us, Batman, Game of Thrones, the Minecraft story, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Tales of Borderlands.
Now the Minecraft story, that is hilarious.
Is
The
it?
kids
Yeah.
played that one.
Yeah, that was
I've heard a lot
hilarious.
of various things, but I think it's definitely designed for the
Children.
younger
Yeah,
audiences.
yeah.
I think if you play as an adult, you're not going to probably like it so much. Really.
It gets quite dark in places.
Oh, it gets
There's
very dark in some places,
Yeah.
and the kids are like, "I don't understand this. Ah, carry on, go through."
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, and we're like, I'm stood there going, "Oh, that was a bit shady."
Yeah.
But saying that though, Stardew Valley has that. There's a storyline in there where a guy tries to kill himself. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame because I mean they've released.
Oh, spoiler to that, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry, that's fine. They've released a. So the final, what sort of shook me is that the final chapter of The Walking Dead has been it's been basically in four chapters, and each chapter spins 7 episodes here. The first episode where Guy rescues this young girl from
Yeah.
a family basically got caught up in the zombie, so he
Oh,
rescues
is this blonde-haired girl?
Yeah, I know she's dark-haired, Clementine.
Because is that the hotel? What's the island zombie game that I'm thinking of? Then?
Dead Island.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
no, this is an adventure game, so yeah.
Yeah, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, so that's the first game. Same game. Spoilers for the game. So at the end, he gets killed.
Okay. That's not really a spoiler. Yeah, they either live or die with
Yeah,
zombies. So.
he gets killed in the game, so she's sort of left on her own.
Oh shit.
So
Does she go a bit berserk?
No, she learns. No, she. So the second game, she's still quite young.
Yeah.
She meets up with one of the other survivors who she met earlier, and they go off together. And eventually, that person disappears, and she ends up meeting another group of survivors, and they basically move on.
How the fuck is this child so lucky?
Well, you see, the first game is very much about she goes from being quite useless to, and he's having to properly look after her, to where he actually starts teaching about. Mostly, he teaches her how to use a gun. He teaches her how to survive. You know, make sure you get your hair cut so that nothing can grab it. He teaches you all the survival tricks and so forth and how to do it.
So she's not dead weight.
She's not a dead weight, no.
So she becomes useful.
And she ends up pairing up. At the end, she ends up pairing. After he dies, she ends up pairing up with somebody who has been survived for some time by herself.
Yeah.
And so she's able to sort of keep her going and so forth. But then over the course of the game, because there's loads of people die in this game, don't get attached to anybody.
A bit like Game of Thrones. Yeah.
So they end up, basically, the second one's more about trying to, the same group of survivors she meets up, is they're trying to escape from this like big group.
Yeah.
Who are basically, if you leave, they forcibly bring you back.
Really?
Yes.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, and they will kill you, and they will happily execute people and kill people.
Are they eating people though, but not in a zombie way?
No, the cannibals in the first chapter.
There's cannibals, so there actually is cannibals in this.
Spoilers. You go to a farm, and the people there survive by eating all their workers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there. I mean, it's obvious quite early on that's what's going to happen. There's a big twist, but it's quite obvious what's going to happen early on. But
so because I thought about this, if zombies did happen, of course cannibals would happen, wouldn't it? Because if all our food sources is gone, what we got left?
Well, the thing is, when they eat the workers, they can't kill them because they kill them, they come out zombies. The rules in The Walking Dead: if you die, you become a zombie no matter what.
So they're still alive.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
There's a bit where you go in and you can go. Basically, you realise something's going wrong, and the rest of your group say, "Don't be silly, this is fine," and they get invited to dinner.
Yeah.
And they go in there and they start having dinner, and you go down. You then investigate while they're having the dinner. You investigate. You find one of your colleagues who had been injured earlier, who they took to us and said, "Oh, we'll help them get better." You find them missing a leg, and so you go downstairs and you realise what's going on. And you have the option, and you go there, there's this one guy who basically calls you a dickhead for being such an idiot and saying, how dare you insult these people. And you've got the option of allowing his to not interrupt them anymore and let his little kiddie a bit this guy. It's quite, it's good to have done. So that's the, you sort of screw survivors. Third episode, she's grown up, and you fight actually different set of characters right from the start, a completely different set of people. But they meet her as she's grown up. She's now like sort of she's gone from like sort of being 12, 13 to sort of like a teenager, late teen, and she's become a survivor. She knows the world works. She's very practical. She's really jaded by the whole thing.
Hang on, shut the door.
Inky's winding me up.
Cool. Hang on a second.
Like I said, violence, beer, domestic.
And at the end of the second game, one of the survivors she's with actually gives birth to a baby.
Oh, right.
And long story short, she ends up being alone with this baby.
Right.
And she ends up coming up with another group in the and we don't know initially why, but when they meet in the third chapter, the baby's gone, but you don't know what's happened to him, and you find out basically he's got lost. She's trying to find him again. The fourth chapter is basically her growing up, and it's now sort of like the roles are moved forward. She's now got the young kid with her, who's growing up, and she's now having to teach him the world. That's the idea. Sure. Unfortunately, it's called the final chapter, which is meant because basically it's been her story throughout the whole series. Yeah. It's the final chapter. Now they've now gone bust. 2 episodes in out of 4. So there's a lot of up and down at the moment. Are we actually going to get these remaining 2 episodes?
Right.
Because there's not finished. I mean, some people at Telltale have said they will try and release them in some form. So they may come out. I mean, to be honest, if they're not going to make them, I'd rather at least they release them like as a short story or a comic or something, just so we can finish the story off.
Give you the storyboards or whatever.
Yeah.
So you've not got an incomplete.
You just finish the goddamn story.
This is the last chapter of her story. You want to
know, you want to know, does she survive or die?
Yeah.
I reckon she dies.
Quite possibly, I reckon she'll die. Charlie, quiet please. So it's a real shame that they've gone bust just then. I thought at least they could have waited until they got Walking Dead out to finish the Walking Dead, then they could go bust. Charles, you're ruining my audio. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Telltale's big issue is the fact they never innovated.
Yeah.
It's been basically the same thing in every game, just a different cut of paint.
Yeah. They developed the Walking Dead system. So, Walking Dead system of you make a food big try, and the thing is, in all their games, you always end up. In fact, in pretty much all adventure games, you always end up you start A, you'll end up at D. How you get there in between, you may go B or you may go C, but you'll always end up at D eventually somehow.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, and that's how the games have always been. That's general adventure games. I don't know if I've ever played an adventure game which properly diverges off into two separate paths because the amount of work involved that.
Do you know what would be interesting is someone
Visual
did
novels,
develop
yes,
that,
but not
anything
adventure
deeper
games.
than that.
Yeah, and particularly, I mean, you could do it. It's like, I mean, there was a game called Mask that's only you could play for about 20 minutes. That's got like about 30 different endings, and they are completely different. They're completely offer more endings, but because it's only 20 minutes long, it can get way of it because they don't have to make that much stuff for it, and they need to manage off really quite quickly.
Yeah.
Also, they couldn't do when you're making game at production value. So I think what is it? They made Walking Dead. It succeeded. It did really well for them. It like literally put them on the map.
Yeah.
And Snufflepup.
Well, to be fair, the Walking Dead, like you said, you don't get used to characters dying off really quickly. Well, them taking on Game of Thrones is a perfect thing to do for them, yeah.
And it was all about, the Walking Dead's all about character relationships. It's
Yeah.
not really about the zombies. Zombies are just a narrative background, but it's actually about people relationships. And
right.
Yeah. And they
Not about the cannibals, though.
No. And but throughout Walking Dead, as you do things, it'll say like, "Oh, so and so will remember that," which basically means you're almost like earning points. If you sort of side with somebody, they'll remember it, and later on they might then come and defend you. If you basically looked like there's one guy who if you basically always side with, he's got your back throughout. Whatever you do, he's got your back, and he'll basically back you
you
up.
need the chainsaw murdering bastard on your side, really.
Yeah. It's more, so the trouble is they took a system and they just literally, rather than like try and do something a bit different in each game, they just kept the same engine, same system.
That's the same with the Game of Thrones. Shut up, Charlie. Game of Thrones.
It's the
game.
same system on all of them. Even games where you got, so I mean, Borderlands uses the same system, Batman uses the same system.
Yeah.
It's completely, to my mind, it's sort of like they just never changed. They were still using the same engine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They didn't change anything. It was just literally character models changed, and that was it.
I mean, some would say they had a bit of a graphical upgrade, but their engine was developed for Walking Dead, but it was actually really ancient. I was reading about it today, and the engine had no physics model in it. So let's say, for example, they wanted like someone to drop something down a flight of stairs, like a gas canister or something. They have to model it step by step by step. They couldn't just let a physics engine calculate it.
Really?
Yeah,
They had to hand animate it.
Yeah,
Really?
and they basically it took them a long time. So they were working with old technology. They're going to switch to Unity,
No.
but they never got.
They never got them.
No. So I'm not. I've been worried about Telltale for some time. I've always wondered because the other problem was they saturated the market. There are only so many games like that you're going to play, and I think their fault was that somebody will play some of them. But the fact is, if you'll play that type of game, you won't.
Yeah, bit like the ones I play.
Yeah, if you're not the kind of person, who will play an adventure game, it doesn't matter if it's Batman or you're into, you won't play it because it's not your sort of thing.
No.
So the only people playing those are the people who play, and the choices are all the same.
Yeah.
And so they saturate their own market. I'm not entirely surprised they've gone bust. I'm just ashamed they went bust when
So
they did.
quickly, yeah.
Yeah. And as apparently it was awful working there.
Yeah.
I had heard.
18-hour days with no overtime. Well, and that would go on for weeks.
That's
and
also
weeks.
kind of the way that kind of work is these days. You want to work. You do things for the greater good of the company, not for you.
Yeah.
Not for
I
yourself.
think particularly these sort of middle size in game. It's quite common in game time anyway. In games that have these big, long, super long days. I think it's fairly common in sort of. I mean, I would consider Telltale sort of a medium-sized company of 200 people. I mean, you consider places which have like nearly thousands plus people working on one game. I think it's quite common because they're having to make do with a lot of quite narrow resources. The other option is being indie, there was only 3 of you, but you wouldn't do anything as ambitious as a Telltale game.
It does make you wonder, though, how much they could have cleaned up around the edges with the engine, and that's what made it so much easier to run on a skeleton crew.
The trouble is, they could have something like that. The trouble is, obviously, it's not just that. You've got your animation, your voice actors, those sort of folks. I mean, they might have recorded the dialogue, or no, they might be all quick. It's just putting it all into words. There apparently have been some people talking about offers to fund, basically some people have said, well, we'll pay to finish off and take the license off you afterwards. But I just personally can't see it happening. I can't. Which
That's
is
a shame, though. It's
Yeah.
a shame when that happens.
Oh, because I've really liked the series. I've really have. I mean, I wasn't as keen on Chapter 3 as I was on Chapter 1 and 2, but I've really enjoyed the Walking Dead series and the Adventure Game series. And I'm sorry to spoil, we're not going to probably not going to get it finished. Episode.
It would be interesting if they don't finish it and then, like, in say 10 years' time, they end up finishing it and then doing like the next chapter.
Yeah.
But obviously, it might never happen.
I mean, they've drawn it from sale now. You can't actually buy it anymore.
I was going to say, now that Telltale have gone bust, what happens to all the other games that were...
I think the ones that are all completed are still on there, but the final Walking Dead, the final chapter, which is the final series, has been withdrawn from sale.
I might have to grab
For-
some of the other games.
But I think that's because I think they don't want to sell something that's not going to get finished.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to play the old Back to the Future ones.
Yeah, I think they're still on there.
Oh,
I mean,
that
lots
is
of
a
games.
shame. That is
Yeah.
a shame.
Happens a lot though these
But
days.
they're a perfect example of you come across a winning formula and you assume it's going to keep winning for any more. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No.
You've got to
evolve.
You've got to innovate. You've got to do something different, add a new system and so forth. But
What was it? Steam is the one that did that game.
that's really helped.
That's really helpful.
Steam did that game.
No, GLaDOS, didn't they?
Valve.
Yeah,
Steam.
Valve, yeah. And I found that they aren't as innovative.
Got that dyslexia, right?
You got.
How have you tell they've not made a game in about 10 years?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
A majority of the games they've made is shite, or they bought from someone else.
Yeah, but but that's why but at the same time they managed to go, right, we're going to have this store and we're going to make money that way.
Yeah, that's worked for them.
And it's worked for them because if not, they'd be dead in the water.
But you say that, but the out innovation with the things they do to the store, and they update it like every source, and generally most changes have been for the better.
But the thing is, it's sad because they're doing a store and not games anymore.
No, but it doesn't matter though, because now they're working on cross-platform development. So now they're working on Linux.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah.
You know.
They're less of a game company, more of a technology company nowadays.
Yeah.
So, oh well, sad to say, but Telltale, you will be missed, but I'm not surprised.
So
Well,
it might be missed
no.
for me because I didn't
No.
like any of their stuff.
No. Right, so one last thing, quick bit of flashback.
What's
before we move
flashback?
on.
What is flashback?
Flashback is where we haven't listened to the podcast a lot.
No, I haven't.
No, to be fair, we had a flashback for like six years anyway. Basically, if we discuss something in a previous podcast that we don't know the answer to, or like it needs a follow up, we just follow up.
Oh, this is like a follow up.
Yeah.
Correction.
So this is like a chlamydia test and having a follow up.
Yeah, last week had the chlamydia test. This week we go back to the doctors to get the results.
Okay, what's my results?
The results is we discussed the actor with. Don't ask us how. We ended up discussing Sesame Street last.
So basically, yeah, this is chlamydia.
Yeah.
Sesame Street's important.
One.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Yes.
He's dead. He's not in it anymore, apparently.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yes, Count's dead.
Is that why? I thought the guy who did Count was dead. I didn't realise he wasn't in Sesame Street anymore.
Yeah, he got staked through the heart and killed in a dramatic way to show kids that how pointless life is.
Yeah. Now with an entire generation of nihilists.
Big Bird's still in it. I checked that.
But that'd be kind of funny.
Big Bird's still in it.
He's still in it. Yeah.
But wasn't there like indications that Big Bird was not a good guy?
I don't think he had a dark side. No.
Okay.
Like, this isn't like a really in depth. Like this isn't EastEnders.
I was getting all excited for like the Sesame Street like.
You want the gritty reboot of Sesame Street?
Yeah, I do.
Where
the Cookie Monster is a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Big Bird's
Cookies. Hence why he's got the munchies all the time.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, Big Bird is like all the gangs from the streets and he sort of mercilessly kills people.
And the Grinch is basically a homeless person, isn't
it? Oscar the Grouch.
Grouch, Well, the Grinch could go and join him.
He crossed Big Bird, and that's why now he's in a trash can.
Yeah. And Elmo's blatantly on speed.
Well, you see, Elmo is what we're discussing.
Oh!
Because the puppeteer of Elmo got arrested a few years back for child abuse charges.
Oh my god.
Now, I thought I'd find out to see actually what happened. I thought perhaps you got cleared and we were implying that it was child abuse. Well, all charges got dropped. However, they got dropped because they're outside of statute of limitations.
What?
So basically, you have 3 years. Once the way that the rules work, where the state
After a
is
certain
in.
period of time, the
You
chance
can't
is null
make-
and void.
Yeah, so they
So,
can't.
so I'm not being funny. Does that not technically? Should that not technically apply to all these sexual allegations America's going through right now?
It varies from state to state.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not being funny. If they've got one rule for one, I'm not being
That's
funny.
not-
Welcome to America!
Yeah, you should
Every
have.
every state's got completely different law. I mean,
Do you
some-
know what?
You
That's
have
why.
state, in America, it's state and federal law.
Yeah, this is why
So-
America needs to sort their shit out. To be
For
fair.
example,
Yeah.
federal law says you can't smoke pot. Yeah, if you go to California, it's legal to smoke
So
pot.
yeah, it is.
Well, it's like alcohol laws. You know, some states you can
Some
buy
states
alcohol
still have
24.
they still got the prohibition in
Yeah.
some states, haven't they?
Some states you can't. You can only buy out. Some states you can do 24/7. Some states you can only buy
Buy
alcohol like on
It's like the legal
weekdays
age.
between like 6 and 8, stuff like that.
and you're only allowed a certain amount as well.
And
yeah.
you can't even have so much. And they have open containers. You can't if you've got like an empty can of beer in your car.
Yeah.
That's an open break. You can actually be arrested for it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
they-
my god.
Some of them are absolutely. They've got a lot of backward laws.
Well, yeah, and yet we're the backward ones because we have janky teeth.
No,
Yeah.
they are stuck in the past a lot of times.
Yeah.
So a lot of the laws are so.
Well,
so,
apart from the marijuana one, you know,
yeah.
the war on drugs is, you know, but at the same time, I personally think.
No, because you are rewarding them for a state level law, not federal.
Oh right, so yeah, again.
So if
they've
you
got
walked
two.
over the border from California, you'd probably get arrested for having
Really?
weed in your pocket.
So 1 second, right? That is very janked up system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got
To be
essentially
fair,
you've
we
moved
do
the
have the
goalposts.
concept of bylaws in our country where different different councils can enact bylaws,
Oh,
but
right.
they're not as far reaching as the American laws are.
Oh really?
So yeah, we can do things. You, for example, you know that's why like places like say if Edinburgh wanted to say ban blue cars in Edinburgh town, they could. They can have to bylaw to do it, but we just tend to be a bit more sensible.
Oh, okay. We
I
use this thing called logic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think how I'm really going outside of my remit. I think how it works is the federal sets up a law, then it's down to each state to implement it their own way. I think's how it works.
Right.
Bit like how the EU laws work. When
We totally need an American to get weigh in on this. We
really do,
yeah.
but I don't know. Perhaps one will eventually watch us.
Never.
Never.
Never. No, we upset them too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really bizarre system their country.
Yeah, I'm confused just thinking about.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take
It's
much.
like gun laws. There's like some places you're literally allowed just to walk around with a gun
In your pocket, yeah.
or in brandishing it. You can just brandish it. Some places you can't brandish it. They have to be like in a case and so forth. Some places allow you to concealed carry, so you can have it under your jacket.
Under your jacket, yeah.
But other places don't allow that. It's so varied. It's incredible, really.
America's a minefield of legal red tape.
It's not a case of knowing the laws of America when you go to. You've got the laws of the state you're going to.
It's the same with driver's licenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all different per
So
state.
if you had to live in America, what state would you go for?
None of them.
Oh no, none of them. I would rather shoot myself. But I don't state that's legal then.
So Alaska.
Probably
then.
Texas. I did ask her. She didn't tell me anything.
Oh, I just got it. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's a really. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I thought our system was backwards. Sorry.
Well, don't forget the ironic thing is they basically run our system because obviously when they went out they work on common law like we do.
Yeah.
They inherit all their laws are inherited from us.
Oh, good.
Because that's when they went over there. They obviously were mainly British English settlers, so when they went over
But
they
you got
just
Dutch
copied
as
the
well.
laws.
You got-
Dutch, right? But the
and
majority,
French.
yeah. But the majority were
And the Germans.
yeah. But the majority was
Listen.
anyway. They
Right, the
therefore
majority means right. Let's get this.
Majority were us. Yes.
Yes.
We were the redcoats.
yeah.
Right.
We weren't workers then. But they went over there and they just copied our laws basically because it made sense. Why would you not? And they
Why
made,
if it's broke? Why fix it?
Yeah.
Or not broke.
and it was working. So
Yeah.
they made some harsher. So their religious persecution, they basically wanted to tighten up religious persecution laws so they could persecute more.
Oh.
Because part of the reason they left was because they were fed at the fact that we basically, because a lot of them were Puritans.
Yeah.
They like the fact that we allowed things like on Sundays people could choose not to. Well, everyone went to
Do
church.
archery. Yeah. Do
but
archery,
they thought so should be all about flexions and basically let people choose not to do it.
Yeah.
They didn't like that. So part of the reason they could set the whole coin where they follow their own rules. Hence why some of their rules are bloody.
Double standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's America's not the land of the free like it makes out.
Oh no country's free.
Yeah, I mean you can be. I follow quite a lot of Formula 1 to be American based Formula. Some of the things that they do, like in some states, if you have your car parked on the road for 3 days, you don't move at any point, then come tow it away.
What?
Yeah.
But
So like
what?
if you like just work say weekends and you have a car to like drive to work at the weekend, the rest of you don't go out in it, you can have it towed away.
That's backwards.
Yeah.
It's like it takes months for that to happen here.
Yeah.
Like sometimes years.
Yeah. We have the opposite problem here. We can't get anything towed away.
We can't get anything.
Yeah. So
We can't even get potholes sorted out.
no, it's a bizarre country.
Yeah, but they think the same about us.
Well, they're the greatest country in the world, don't you know?
Are we?
They
are. They're the
yeah.
universe.
Do you not know? So they are. America is the greatest country in the world, and therefore you have to emulate them, be like them, and have rampant gun crime, and
And gun crime that is never
and
solved
terrible
about famous
culture,
people.
and you should have all this stuff. It's perfect. They are.
Viva Las
ideas.
Vegas and all that.
Yeah, it's like they are the
We
perfect nation.
We should sort out Brighton. No, not
Yeah.
Brighton. Yeah, it is Brighton, isn't it? With the pier and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should turn that into Vegas.
Yeah, we should.
Or is
They always talk.
Birmingham?
I think it's Blackpool would become the Vegas of the UK, didn't it? At one point.
Yeah.
How about fucking
I was like, yeah, when you see Vegas, you see Blackpool illuminations. You think, yeah, you're not really the same thing. I mean, Blackpool's. I mean,
Blackpool's just Blackpool.
It's just much of a shit.
Whenever I've seen Blackpool, it always looks a bit divey, if I'm honest.
The thing is, it looks like a cheap hooker's version of France because of that bloody tower.
Yeah, I don't know if I just.
Maybe a cheap hooker's version of France. It doesn't get any cheaper or hooker in fucking
I don't know,
France.
I see I see effort. It looks like Great Yarmouth Town Centre half the time. I think, why would I want to go there?
Because it is.
It doesn't look like a nice place.
It looks a bit scuddy.
Yeah, it looks.
And I'm not saying France is scuddy. I'm just saying,
am.
like,
To me-
if France had a twin sister and she was cheap and hookery, that's Blackpool.
Blackpool's been relying on its reputation. The Blackpool 11 Nations all come down. It's been coasting on its reputation for years.
I think they should move the illumination. Move
Well-
it to some other scummy town, like
Well,
here.
Skullport illumination.
Yeah.
Hasn't got the same ring to it. But
Get you out. My food.
Oh,
Fucking savage, right? That's it.
I'm only having one.
I'm like free.
Nom.
Well, anyway, on that note, I'm done.
There you go.
Anything else from anybody?
Nope, that's me now.
Oh,
Was
well,
that
thank
it?
you to our guest.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
That's
done.
well
I
quick.
haven't felt like
Yeah.
hitting you yet.
Yeah. So
Not too many
our special guest, who has actually been here for nearly every podcast, but hasn't made her
I
presence.
remember
known.
that one time you fell asleep during the podcast.
Yeah, I've done that as well, to be fair.
yeah.
I listened
you
back.
really?
Yeah, I felt we done. I'd come back from a long day at work, and I just sat there. I think I had an alarm clock that morning, so I was very tired. And him and Bard went off discussing some anime game or something, and I just fell asleep. And I think I eventually woke up about 20 minutes later. I didn't realise I'd done it. I didn't realise I'd fallen asleep. It wasn't until I listened to the podcast, but I thought I don't remember this.
Yeah.
I was asleep. And then I listened to the video, so I was asleep for most of that. So yeah.
Did you get comfortable?
I actually first asleep sitting up. I literally was like this, falling asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Mm.
That's all going like sort of I can be like a horse, you said, because I'll sleep like half awake.
Meditative state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, I'm on fire.
fair enough. Well, thank you for Inky, our special guest.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
So
Thank you.
for me, the TheSuffolkRam.
And me, Inky.
Guys, yes.
We'll see you in a fortnight, and we'll discuss doing a long live stream again.
Yes.
So until then, guys, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Wrong window. That's the window I want.
Technical difficulty.